getting ready to get his first start, you know. And this guy is a really, really good football player. It's unbelievably committed, passionate. You know, just he's in a different place. Marcus Tate, you know, this time last year, true freshman, really wasn't ready to start, but it's just kind of where we were. And you know, I'm excited. J Mac is J Mac. He's got one senior, and he is really a special guy. Those two juniors in there, you know, are doing a great job for us in Putnam and Park. So just like the makeup of the group, and excited about it, and then the depth that we have. You know, I mean, we've got, I think, you know, 8 or 9 guys that I wouldn't have a problem putting in the game at any point. And so I'm excited about where we are, but really just see them go do it. They got to go do it. And I've seen them compete on this. It's hard to come to practice every day at Clemson. You know, if you're an offensive lineman, you better show up ready with a bunch of practice against. So it's been a lot of fun to watch them kind of go through that since last spring. So just ready to go see them play somebody else.
Dabo, you mentioned that Dietrich is a guy that could have possibly started for you guys last year. He's not listed on the 2 deep. Just where is he in his development?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about all that. He's you know, he's right there. I mean, that's more a reflection of what Brian Tucker's done. You know, Brian Tucker is right there as far as being a starter for us. Mitchell Mays. I mean, we got that little redshirt sophomore group that have all taken a big step. You know, Trent Howard, the redshirt freshman, John Williams, finally getting him back. So it's just, you know, he's just got to compete. He's physically getting close as far as where he needs to be. In fact, we were just talking about him last night, watching him run in practice. You know, he's going to be special. You know, but mentally just, you know, getting everything where he needs to be so he can really play fast like we needed to. So he missed all last year, and not only did he missed all last year, and he was, man, here he was coming. I mean, we really felt like he had a chance to be a starter for us, and then all of a sudden, you're shut down. And not only are you not playing and developing the way you need to, now you're coming off an ACL, and you're a big man, and you missed the spring, you know. So he's still just coming, but he's progressing great, and got a bright future.
Does this group of corners have the potential to be the best group you've had?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We got talented guys for sure, but we've had a bunch of good ones come through here. You know, we'll see how they do. But I think we got good players. And I think we evaluated well. It's good to see Fred, you know, have the type of fall camp that he's capable. He's really, you know, just last year really wasn't very healthy the whole time. He's been through a lot. But, I just like where he is, you know. Nate is just super talented, but still putting it all together. True, really young player still, and you know he hasn't really played a lot under the lights yet. Sheridan is just solid and steady, and you know this guy's a 4th-year veteran. He's been through the battles. He's in a great spot physically. He's confident. Same thing with Malcolm. He's healthy. So I just think we've got a really good group there, and those 2 young guys, you know, Toriano and Lucas, man, they're what you're looking for. But and taking a snap. So, you know, it's a good group. We got good guys there, but we gotta go do it.
At the beginning of spring, you had said you were interested in maybe adding an offensive lineman through the portal. Obviously, that hasn't happened. Was that a matter of you just didn't find the right guy, or have you seen so much from that group over the last 6 months that you no longer saw the value in needing to do that?
Both of those, combination. Coming out of spring, you know, we were really encouraged and excited about the guys that we have on the roster that we've recruited, that are developing. But we felt like we would Trotter out, you know, that veteran guy. We felt like if we could find the right fit, you know, a veteran, you know, a graduate, a multi-year starter, you know, somebody like that, then we would we would certainly consider that, and we did. We actually, there was 2 kids that we offered that we really, really liked, but we just didn't get them. So, you know, but there was nobody else that fit what we were looking for, and certainly compared to what we have in the roster. So, you know, looked at 2 guys, again, would have taken one of the 2, just didn't get them. But that was really it. The whole portal, the whole world, there was only 2. You know, but if you look at how we recruit, I mean, I think we're 3rd fewest offers in the class of 23. You know, so you know, we're not I mean, we know what we're looking for.
This may piggyback off of that idea. I was reading a story on Tony Elliott in his first year at Virginia, and you're quoted in there saying that when you hired him, it was about hiring the person, not the resume. And I would certainly guess that is the same approach that you've had with hiring the coaches that you've brought in this offseason. Where did that mentality or that approach come from, and what does that mean to you? Like, what are you looking for in the right person? Like, what is that?
It just comes from my background and my experience. You know, you win with people, you lose with them too. So that's just, I've competed at the highest level in this game, and it all comes back to you know, chemistry and culture and a group of people working together. You know, I think you can. That's a very overlooked thing in anything, whether it's business or it's a sporting team or whatever. You know, I think being able to identify the right people. You know, when I hired Tony, as I said there, as you just said, you know, Tony never coached a running back a day in his life. Played receiver, and when I told him he was going to coach running backs, he looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, he's like, "Coach, I'm like, I ain't worried about that." I said, "That's the easy part. I'm hiring you because of who you are. I'm hiring you because of this. I said, and I experienced that when I got hired to. This was my exact words to Rich Wingo, when, you know, we all got fired at Alabama, and I'm 30 years old and I ain't got a job. And I got 2 kids, and I couldn't get a coaching job, and paychecks running out in June, and you know, I got a mortgage, and I got student loans. I got a lot of things. I got to figure it out. And next thing you know, Rich Wingo calls me. He was the president of this company, A.I.G. Baker. I don't even know what he did. You know, I go meet with him, and my exact, because I really didn't want to take the job. You know, I was like, man, it was February, and I'm like, man, maybe I'll get a job at spring practice, and you know, something will pop. And you know, in those days too, you only had 9 coaches and 2 GAs. You know, I didn't have support staff or any of that stuff, so just it was hard. And so I'll never forget it. I'll never forget talking to Rich. And you know, and I was qualified. I mean, I had a business degree and I had an MBA, but all I'd ever done was coach for 8 years. That's all I knew. And I'll never forget meeting with him. And he said, and I told him, I said, "Rich, I don't know anything about building shopping centers. You know, I don't know anything about any of this stuff." He's wanting to send me. He's like, you know, trying to create this vision for me. And I'm going to Las Vegas and somewhere in Olathe, Kansas, and you know, I'm going, oh my God, you know, this is a nightmare. And in my mind, and I was like, and his exact words to me, he said, "Dabo, I'm not hiring you because you know anything. I'll teach you all that." He said, "I'm hiring you because you got the aptitude, you got the work ethic, you got the character, you got the integrity, you know how to show up, you know how to get the job done. You know, all that stuff. I'll teach you that." And so that's kind of the way it was with Tony. I just wanted to hire Tony because of who he is. He's got the aptitude. You know, same thing when I promoted him to coordinator. He called every play. You know, from the 2014 bowl game until he left here. Well, I probably called a few in there as well. But he was in charge. And he'd never called a play a day in his life. Exact thing I told him. I said, "I'm not hiring you because you called all these plays. You know, I'm hiring you because of who you are." And so I've just always believed in that. You know, it's always about the people. When you can get a group of people together, all on the same page, great things can happen. even the Bible talks about that, right? I mean, that you know, two can accomplish more than twice as much as one, right? You know, so there's synergy when you get the right people. Synergy when you've got the right intangibles and measurables. And it's more than just how fast is a guy. I mean, if it was all about that, you know, Grady Jarrett would have never come to Clemson. Sean Williams, who's on his 8th year with the Broncos, he wouldn't have come to Clemson. Adam Humphries wouldn't have been here. Hunter Renfrow wouldn't have been here. Nolan Turner, who's with the Bucks, who, you know, is an NFL player now, who, you know, we only signed because, you know, I knew him. That's the narrative, right? You know, you would never do those things, you know, but that's why a lot of people don't win, too. It's way more than that.
Since you've got Saturday without a game, you might be interested in the Oklahoma and Virginia games.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see them. It's Tuesday to me. It's Thursday to them, so I'm sure they're both kind of getting a little jacked up. So I'll probably shoot them a little text, reach out to them here, but I can't wait. It'll be fun.
Coach, will punter be a game day decision? Do you think you might play Potter and Swanson? And
Aiden will start.
oh, Aiden's going to start. Okay. Is it more ideal to have just a punter rather than having a kicker / punter, or does that even matter in your opinion?
Don't matter. Whoever gets the job done. I mean, it's I know there was a guy named Gardaki here that was pretty good. He didn't limit everything. So what's ideal is having a guy that can put it through the pipes and bomb it. And if it's the same guy doing it, great. It doesn't matter. Those jobs there's no gray area in those jobs. Those are very easy